Hello, welcome back to the vlog. It's lovely to see you. I had intended to start this vlog this morning because we are having like a Christmassy games night just with a couple of friends tonight. But I got to the shop because I was going to take you with me and I realised that my phone for some reason didn't charge last night. My battery was on 11% and I didn't have my cards with me and I needed my phone to pay. So I just thought I'd show you a bit of what I got at the shop, some party foods, a couple of little festive bits from B&M. And then I'm going to get my nails done because these are janky as hell because I've had them on for 4 weeks. Because I was meant to have a nail appointment last week and I totally forgot about it and I missed it. So I've rebooked for this week. I did apologise profusely. I think I'm going to go Christmas tree green this week. But let me show you what I got. So let's do the party foods first. So Marks and Spencer's, I've got buy 4 get 1 free on the party foods. So we've got 2 lots of halloumi fries, an Indian platter. I got my partner's veggie, oh he's pescatarian rather, so I've got all veggie things that he can eat. So, and then I got shrimp rolls, so they were for 3. Dog's just having a sniffle of those. And then how cute are these? They are bao buns, the vegetable and hoisin sauce. So I think they're going to be kind of like no duck bao buns. And I got 2 lots of them. I think I've over-egged this because we're only actually having 2 people around, but I thought whatever's left over, me and my partner can have some party foods and a movie night tomorrow night on Sunday. I got a handmade prawn selection which I won't eat because shellfish really freak me out, so I don't eat them. But everyone else will, and it's not all about me. And then I got the last thing, crispy tempura vegetable fritters as well. And then I got these hot honey pig in blanket crisps, and I got red pepper pita chips because I couldn't find the hummus in Marks and Spencer's. You know, you go to a shop and everything's moved. Well, that happened and I couldn't find it. But my partner's gone to Asda to get him and his friend some beers for the night. It's like his friend and his friend's wife, who I get on with really well, she's fab. They are coming for the games night tonight. So he's gone to get them some beers. Daphne starts eating every time I start recording. But she's a terrible eater, so I might just have to deal with the sound of dog eating. He's going to get them some beers. I don't drink alcohol, and Adele, who is coming round, doesn't really drink, so I'm going to make some alcohol-free mulled wine. I've already got some alcohol-free red in the kitchen, I think from last Christmas, but it's not been opened. I'm sure it'll be fine. And we're going to make some mulled wine out of that, and then we're going to have some Prosecco as well. Look at this from B&M. I don't have any serving platters, so I've got this. I think it was £4. And it's a little chopping board, which isn't just for tonight because it'll look so cute in the kitchen. And then I also got this chopping board, which I don't know if you can see, it says Merry and Bright on it there. That was also £4 with this really cute little Christmas village. And then I had some of these from B&M already. Just the glass cups with the little handles for my coffee. I had 2 and my mother-in-law accidentally smashed one. So we've got another one of them because I thought they're the perfect serving things for mulled wine. And then I don't often entertain because, is it because I'm a bit of a hermit? I think it is. Well, none of my friends live close to me because I live in Newcastle. So I don't often entertain because the house is quite small. I'm a bit of a hermit. So I don't have any like wine glasses or champagne glasses, but I've asked Adele just to bring those for us. But I'm going to serve the mulled wine in those because I think it'll be so cute. So this is like, apart from my friends who come to stay, but it's like my friends who are like my family. So I don't really put on any, don't try and make it like posh or anything. We just snuggle up on the sofa and watch movies and have PJ nights and my friends come to stay. So I don't really have much in the way of stuff to entertain with. And then I got this Lenore, which is the Cosy Season Mrs. Hinch, which I've had before and I love it. So I got the, what's it called? Fabric softener version of that. And then I got the same in the In Wash scent boosters. So that's going to smell wonderful because I've got some washing to do. So the plan for today is nails done. Then I'm going to do a bit of a deep clean of the house. Do you know what? People film cleaning videos and they make it look so cute. When I tried to film myself cleaning before and it's just always like an unwatchable mess. So I probably won't film that. But I'll show you the house after. We'll get all the party food ready together. And yeah, and then we'll have the games night together. And then I'll probably film into Sunday. So we'll probably do like a nice dog walk and things tomorrow. Yeah. I know loads of people are going to be starting Vlogmas this week, but I am so slow at editing, as I've said before, and I work full time, so I don't realistically, I know realistically I can't film Vlogmas, but I'm going to try and get a couple of extra vlogs out, because I've got some really nice stuff planned. I'm doing like a cinema date to this really nice cinema with my mother-in-law to see It's a Wonderful Life. Me and my mother-in-law have got a Christmas bake booked in, I think on the 10th of December. My friend Kay is coming up to stay and we're going to go to the lovely market, I think around the 15th of December. And then for Christmas we're going away to a Christmas cottage. So I'm going to at least partially vlog a bit of Christmas Day. We'll take you away to the cottage with me. So I've got loads of festive things coming up. But I'm a bit sad that I can't do Vlogmas this year. But maybe next year. Maybe next year when I'm a bit better at editing. Also, I think it'd be really boring because it'd just be like coming to work with me every day over Christmas. So I can't, yeah, I don't have enough time to do things that aren't boring in the week. But anyway, I need to go because I need to go and get these claws done. And I'll be back soon, hopefully with freshly washed hair, because my hair is like so crazy. Work has been so busy this week. Last week I actually did a come to work with me vlog, which will already have been out last week. So I did do a trip to work and some Christmas shopping, and that will have been out last week. So if you've not seen that, and you do want to see some bits about my job, then go back to last week's vlog. And I will see you in a mere moment when I look a lot fresher than I do right now with fresh nails. I've not stopped once. This is the first time I've managed to be able to stop and have a chat with you. I'm so close to that camera there. Everyone is, well, everyone, one other couple, 2 people are on the way. I'm just about to make up the cheese board and get all the little bits and bobs that I bought in the oven. I thought I'd be able to chat more today, but honestly, I feel like I've not sat down even once. Not even once. So I just had a bath and washed my hair. So I'll film a little bit of the games night and I'll show you what I make food wise, and then I think we'll have like a proper catch up tomorrow. So I think tomorrow we're just gonna have a super chill day. I'm gonna make some like delicious pasta. I've made like a homemade pasta sauce, so I'm really looking forward to that. So we'll do that together. I want to bake a winter spice banana bread as well. So I thought we could do that, and then I thought we could maybe have a chat about all the things that I can't wait to watch on TV in December. And then as always, right at the end of the vlog, for those people who are not interested in bookish content, such as my mother, I'll just do a little reading wrap up for November, right at the end of the vlog, for those who do love a bit of bookish content like myself. So I've got to go and get these bits in the oven.
I'm not on about them, I'm on about them as you told me previously when I wanted to buy the card. Oh, it's if you've got all of the cards in the same thing. I know they did.
It doesn't make a difference, does it?
Well,
Really,
you're clearly you're cheating.
Anyway, right, so now I'm full of money. Punishment with that symbol.
Well, that's not the way you said the phone.
It's not the way you fucking listen to Jesus. Christmas fucking spirit.
of words to the team without humming or ahhing, or saying any part of the word in community?
I don't know. Go on.
Optimus thing for a Swede. Good. It's a mighty thing.
You said about 33 times then.
I said it's
It's
You said It's a one-floor house that is in a building. It's in a building with lots of other... Yeah, it floats around in the sky. It's white. It's fluffy. Yes. You bounce up and down on it. It's got... Well done.
Time.
You could say something like how you handle glassware.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, you said carefully.
I'm going to take one off you, right? Because you dinged what he was talking.
Yeah, but the table
We put you back for that, to be fair. Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
When you put too much of this thing on your food, it makes you be like you can't eat it. It gives you a dry mouth. The C is also this.
salty. Salt.
The thing that goes up and down the stairs, and it's like a giant spring.
I can't
And
remember
there's
its
one
name.
in Toy
Oil.
Story.
No.
Colours, it can come in solid colours. There was
Right,
one in
this is
Toy
good.
Story.
Sluggy!
I couldn't get the word out. I knew what it was, but I can see the rainbow.
Big white duck.
Goose, swan.
Opposite of good.
Bad.
Put your food in it. The cooking.
Oven.
Yeah.
So you put that
I know
on
what
top.
it's saying, but I don't know how to name on the answer.
Hello, how is everyone? It is Sunday morning now. I'm being a bit quiet because my partner's still in bed. So everyone was here till like gone 2 o'clock, but it was so much fun. Honestly, it was really nice. I didn't even notice what time it was. But I'm a weirdo and I had to clean the house before I went to bed because I can't bear to wake up to a mess. So I was cleaning until about 3. I've been up for about half an hour. I'm just going to make a coffee. It's only 9:30. That was what? 6 hours. So I've only had like 6 hours, but that's absolutely fine. I would have treated myself to a longer life, but I've got to get up and do some editing for my video that goes up in like 2 hours. So yeah, so I'm up to just finish my editing, make my thumbnail, and just write all my descriptions and stuff for YouTube. And then it's really raining at the moment, so hopefully by the time I finish my editing we will be good to go on a dog walk. Daphne's gone back to bed. Daphne is the kind of dog where if you get up, she's not like, come on, let's go, let's play. She's like, if anyone's still in bed, I'm going back to bed. So she's back in bed with my partner. And I don't think she'll want to go out in the rain anyway. So yeah, I'm going to get this editing done, have a little coffee, and then there'll be a bit of a dog walk, but it might be in a raincoat because it's not great today. And then we're just going to have a really, really chilled Sunday because I've got another busy week ahead at work tomorrow. But we're only like 2 weeks out from Christmas. Well, no, we're not. 3 weeks out from when we go to the Christmas cottage. So we're going to a Christmas cottage on the 24th. So we're 24 days away from a lovely little 4-day break, and I can't wait. But happy December, because it's the 1st of December for me today. Let me know if you're doing your Christmas decks. I've obviously had mine up for a couple of weeks, and I better crack on with this editing because otherwise my video is going to be very, very late going up. are finally out and about, and it's turned into a beautiful day. I try and get my vlogs up for 10, but I've had such a busy week that it went out at 12:30 because I planned to edit yesterday, and I just did not have the time. So as you will have seen, we had a lovely night. It's about 12:30. It was raining so heavily this morning, as I said, but now it has turned into the most beautiful, crisp winter day. Just walking Daff around the park because we expected the weather to be awful. So we didn't really plan in any of our usual walks, and we're both really in need of a chill. But the weather's making me feel so guilty. Does anyone else get that? I get such guilt when it's a beautiful day and I'm not out and about. But we're going to stick to the plan. Daff will need one more walk later because he said we're just doing like a quick half hour now, just to get that morning energy burnt off, and then we will be going. I'm gonna nip to the co-op and make a really nice hearty pasta. I made some homemade sort of sauce the other day, which is like tomato and harissa. So I'm gonna make a pasta bake out of that, and then, as I thought we would, we've got so much party food left over, so it's gonna be a movie night, some party food, and as much as I said that I'm a freak and I feel that I need to clean before I go to bed, I did not in fact clean the kitchen, so you can watch me struggle on while I clean up all the plates that I used for the party food. I think it's getting a bit windy now, so I'll check back in with you in a minute because I think the sound's going to be terrible. I've been to the shop, I'm back. Excuse this hairstyle, this is where I'm at today. I'm not going to film cleaning the kitchen with you because my lovely partner, I said he needs to do it because I did all the cooking and everything last night, so I'm not going to argue with that, but as I will show you what I got from the shops. It's not very exciting, but I love to see what other people got from the shops. It's just like a little top-up shop when you run out of things over the weekend. So I've got a loaf of Warby's White for Sean's sandwiches because although it's not the classiest bread, it is the most delicious, and that's just how I feel. My partner, I'm obviously not hungover because I don't drink, but my partner needs to drink quite a lot of whiskey. He's a little bit fragile today, so he wants some sweet treats. So I've got some walnut whips, and I also got him some cornettos to pop in the freezer, and I'm going to bake that banana bread with you. And very shortly, I just use a Mary Berry recipe, which I'll link down below because it always turns out perfect and it's so easy. I mean, you probably just Google it. It's like one of the first ones that comes up. I've got some corn mince for either a chili or a spag bol in the week, just because they had some and they don't always have it like at the shop round the corner. Some garlic bread slices because I'm making a tuna pasta bake with like a homemade sauce, as I've already said, tonight. I got some just plain beef mince for Daphne because I cook for her quite often. So I'm just going to do a little puppy mince beef stew for a dinner today. Super easy, hardly any ingredients, really healthy. I'll just throw some carrots in there. And yeah, just cook it up. And she likes it, so she's having that for her tea. Some Hellmann's tomato sauce because we'd run out and it was reduced to £1. Some fairy tabs for all the dishes that Sean's about to do. I've got Sean some of these crisps for his lunch. Some coleslaw because his favourite sandwiches are cheese and coleslaw. I can't even bear to look at coleslaw, it knocks me sick. Some John West tuna chunks for the tuna pasta bake, but I always get them in spring water so the dog and the cat can have a little bit. I know it's high in mercury and you have to be careful, but whenever I open a tin, Paula gets a little bit. Paula's my cat if you don't know, and Daphne gets a little bit, so they have that as an extra little treat. Some garlic paste just to hoy in the soup if the garlic that I've roasted isn't garlicky enough. And then I didn't really have any veg left over. Normally I make my Sunday soup with whatever veg is left over from the week before, but actually we're desperate to go and do a big shop, so we just got this veg pack for $1.29, which has just got all the bits in for a roast winter veg soup. Oh, and then there's another, just a minced beef again for Daphne, so I can batch cook her some dog food for a couple of days. She is on a raw food diet. She normally has Nature's Menu. She just has the mince that you're meant to mix with the kibble, but she won't eat them together. So she essentially has a bowl of mince and then a bowl of kibble, like a starters and mains situation. Because she's a ridiculous dog, and I bend to her every whim because she's really cute. So yeah, I'm going to let Sean get this kitchen tidy. I'm going to give him his sweet treats, and then we'll get our banana bread baking stuff out. That's the plan. And then I might pop that Lindsay Lohan Christmas film on. And then I'm going to tell you the best things that I've watched this month. And like a watch wrap up of the best things if you've not seen them, right at the end of the vlog. And then right at the very end of the vlog, I'm going to do a quick reading wrap up, because I know a lot of people are not interested in bookish content. So I'll put that right at the end, and I'll let you know so you can bugger off if you're not interested. I'm going to start chatting about books. The dishwasher's doing something. Okay, see you in a minute. So, I'm about to make my banana bread. This is the one that I use. It's this Mary Berry one, banana loaf. Can you see that? Yeah, there we go. Mary Berry banana loaf. And this is what's in it. I will write it in the bottom. So it's 100 grams of softened butter, 175 grams of caster sugar. Quite often when I'm doing like more of a wintry spiced one, which I'm going to do today, I will add brown sugar in, but I think I might only have white sugar. 2 eggs. 2 ripe bananas. I always buy a large bunch of bananas so I know that at the end of the week I've got some overripe ones left, because I make my morning smoothies with them, and I just always like to make sure. I'm going to have a few that are on the cusp of disaster on a Sunday so I can do this because it's my partner's favourite. 225 grams of self-raising flour, a tablespoon of baking powder and some milk. So it's so easy, and it's quite like, it turns out really well every time. And I'm not good at baking. Just pop it in a loaf tin, throw it in the oven for an hour-ish. Keep testing it, obviously. And then sometimes I make like an icing or something, but I don't think I'm going to do that today. I might just have like a plain loaf, and I'm going to pop in, I've got these, hold on. I just got this mixed spice to make mulled wine with last night, and it's basically warm, balanced sweet flavour, ground cinnamon, ground coriander, which sounds weird but it doesn't taste of coriander, caraway seed, ground nutmeg, ground ginger and cloves. So that, I'm just going to pop a bit of that in. I might make an icing, I'll see, because the dog does need one more walk. I've got a feeling I'm really low on baking paper. So I'm going to get all my bits out, get that mixed up, walk the dog, and then pop that in the oven. But we'll bake that together. I'm going to get my veg soup on. It is currently 3:30, which is a lovely time of day.
I don't understand.
That was Siri. It's currently 3:30, which I love that kind of, do you know, that like nothing time in the middle of the day when it's not time to make tea, or yeah, just those hours at the weekend when they should be the time that you're at work. They feel, for me, the most special. That's the time when I love to potter. And oh boy, do I love to potter. So let's get this done. Get the dog walked before it gets dark. And then I'm going to sit down and have like a mega relax. I'm going to do a tuna pasta bake. I think I've told you that 4 times now. Right, so the dinner is in the oven, the banana bread is in the oven, the soup, the veg for the soup is prepped to go in the oven. Been a domestic goddess this Sunday. It's like 5 o'clock. And I think I'm going to wrap up for today, not for the vlog, here. And then when I get in from work tomorrow night, I thought we could do what I talked about earlier, just like a little, I'm going to just say like my favourite books that I read in November, my favourite books that I read in November, and then just my favourite things that I watched that maybe you can add to your watch list if you've not watched them. And then next week we'll catch up about what's new in December. It's mainly true crime and thrillers, spoiler alert, because that is kind of what I watch. I just want to, my bedding's in the wash as well, so I'm absolutely knackered. I feel like I've stopped making sense, so I'm going to get a nice early night. I'm going to watch that Lindsay Lohan Christmas film in bed. We were going to have a movie night down here, but my mother-in-law popped round, and then everything's then sort of been pushed back a little bit, which is fine. I love to see her. Incidentally, next week in the vlog, I'm going to be doing a Christmas bake with her because she's the best baker. So do join us for that, just in case I forget to mention it again. But for now, I'm going to wrap up just today, and I'll be back tomorrow after work to talk about TV programmes, books, and just round out the vlog with a lovely little chat, because I feel like I've barely chatted to you this week. So I will do that, and I will see you on what will be Monday. Does everyone remember in the last clip when I said when I get back from work on Monday I'd record this part of the video, like about books and all of that? Well, it's now Saturday. It's now the next Saturday. Work has been insane. I've been out of the house for like minimum 12 hours a day. My nails are finally done. So I've got nice Christmas nails now. Don't know if you saw in the other clips, they were chipped to bits. I think I don't know what I did. I don't know what happened, but they all came off. So anyway, I've been back. I've now got my Christmas nails on. It has been a week, so I thought I'd sit down and round out this vlog because I've got to start recording my next vlog in about 10 minutes because I'm about to start the day. So let's finish up this vlog so we can start recording the next vlog. And when I tell you at the beginning of this video, and I was like, I wish I had time to do Vlogmas, maybe I'll get a few more extra videos out. Not while work is this crazy, to be honest, after next week. So for me right now, it's Saturday the 7th of December. But once this next week works out the way, it generally peters off a little bit. So maybe then I can get some extra Vlogmas videos out. But for now, this is Vlogmas episode 1. It's looking like there's only going to be 4 of them. But let's talk TV, and then right at the end, we'll do books. So here are, I would say, my favourite things, right, that I watched. But the first one that I'm going to say, it's more because I want to talk to someone about it. Because I don't know if I loved it. I don't know if I hated it. I loved the beginning and then the last episode. If you're like me, I had to fast forward through loads of the last episode. I couldn't bear it. So it was Disclaimer on Apple TV. If you've watched it, let me know what you think. So I'll tell you the premise with no spoilers. The premise that I knew going in was that there's this woman who's kind of like a tell-all journalist. She's at like the top of her game. And then this one day, she's got something in her past that's happened. And then one day, this book comes through her letterbox. And it gets sent to like people that, I think like your son and stuff like that. It gets sent to lots of people. But she sits and reads this book and she's like, oh my God, this book's about me. So that's the premise. I really enjoyed it. I think I was bugged by plot holes, and then I feel like the plot holes in the most part got resolved, but I don't know. If you've seen it, let me know what you think, and let me know if you loved it or hated it, because I've come away from it and I honestly don't know how I feel about it, but I have walked away and carried on thinking about it. So that's a good sign. And if someone said, should I watch this? I'd say yeah. I'd say yeah. So if you've not watched Disclaimer on Apple TV, I think you should, but check trigger warnings. And if you hear my cat now eating in the background, there's always an animal eating when I start recording. And then if you have seen it, what did you think? Tell me what you thought, because I'm not sure. So the other thing that was excellent was Until I Kill You. This is a tough watch. Again, check trigger warnings. This is the true story based on a novel written by the woman in this story. Obviously, she's played by someone else. She's played by that hilarious woman from Motherland in a very different role. A very different role from Motherland. But it's about this woman who takes up with this guy who seems perfect. And then it turns out he's an abuser. He's an axe murderer. So it's a really tough watch. It's quite brutal. It's frustrating. It's terrifying. So do strap in for that. That's on ITV. It's a dramatisation of a true story. It's not like a documentary. But there is also a documentary about it, also on ITV. So if you just type it in, there's a true story version and the dramatisation version. I haven't watched the documentary, but over on my TikTok, where I post daily about TV and books and sobriety and my general life, I've had loads of messages and comments saying watch the documentary, so also do that. And then the last thing that I watched, I don't know if I mentioned this to you before, I've definitely mentioned it on TikTok. Do you remember when I had that 2 weeks off? You probably don't, but I had 2 weeks off vlogging and TikTok and everything at the beginning of the month because I got like acute COVID, it spread to my ears. I was a mess. And during that time, I watched The Lincoln Lawyer, which I didn't think would be up my street. But I was messaging with my boss because I was sick, obviously. And he was like, if you want like a sort of easy comfort watch, put The Lincoln Lawyer on. And I was like, I don't think I'm going to enjoy that. And boy did I enjoy it. It's like a little bit cheesy, but in like the best possible way. It's got like although it's modern, it's got like that 90s kind of setup to it, like the found family. It feels quite cozy, but then there's like the intrigue and the mystery. I just loved it. And I watched all 3 seasons while I was ill, and I actively missed the people in it. I missed them. So if on a rainy day like today, it's horrible, you're looking for like a cozy watch it's somehow got a nostalgic feel, and I can't explain it, with that kind of found family element, cozy watching, get The Lincoln Lawyer on. I loved it. So there you go. That is all of my bits for what I watched in November. But the thing that I'm most excited to watch, which comes out on the 11th, so, am I being daft? I think Wednesday? It comes out on the 11th. The new Angelina Jolie film about, is it Maria Callas, the opera singer? It's about her and her like final years of her life when she moved to Paris to escape like her life being under the microscope. It looks excellent. So that's out on the 11th. I'm really looking forward to that. Also, the John Bonet documentary's just come out on Netflix. If you've not seen that, that came out, I think, last weekend. I actually watched the first 2 episodes last night. It's a tough watch. I had to fast forward a few bits. They show a couple of crime scene photos and I had to just fast forward through, because although I can listen to true crime podcasts and stuff all day, there's just certain things that I can't deal with the visuals of, especially with it being that lovely little girl. I had to fast forward, so do go in with that caution. But that's already out. That's on Netflix. I'm going to finish that today. And then the other thing that's coming out on the 11th, I feel like there's no point in me going back in time and telling you stuff that's out, 'cause you probably already know, or head over to my TikTok and find out if you want. But the other thing that I'm really looking forward to on the 11th is Queer Eye. Queer Eye season 9 is out on Netflix, also on the 11th. But I'm going to chat about books now. So if books aren't your thing, then please feel free to head out, and I will see you in my world in like 10 minutes when I start recording my next vlog. In your world, I'll see you next Sunday. If you're interested in my 3 favourite books that I read last month, then stick around, because that's what we're going to talk about now. and it's time for bookish content, okay? So, 3 faves that I read. There was some that I didn't enjoy that I read. I've put like a full what I read up on TikTok. If you want to know my full what I read, then let me know, but I feel like there's no point in sitting here and telling you negative things. So not read, because also reading is subjective. So on here, because I'm only with you once a week, I thought I would just tell you my fave books that I read in November. So I read a lot of sort of thrillers, psychological thrillers. That's my jam really. But this month I read Here One Moment by Leanne Moriarty. I did chat about it in my work vlog, I think. But the premise is this woman is on this flight, it's delayed, and like physically on the runway delayed. And this woman stands up and she starts telling everyone the age that they're gonna die at and how they're gonna die. So I don't know, 40, she'd be like, I expect car crash at 43. I expect heart disease at 82. So that's what she does. And then she, like, it goes back, I don't want to spoil anything, it goes back then into her life, and then you also follow the characters from the plane who have all the different, like the shorter death dates. And it's just really well done, and it's about whether those people believe her, how it affects their life, how they sort of carry on with this thing looming over them. Is she real? Is she a fraud? But honestly, I loved this book. I cried at the end. So Here One Moment by Leanne Moriarty is a must read, in my opinion. I absolutely loved it. And then the next thing is like a straight up psychological thriller. It can be quite graphic in parts. So it's called The Good Lie. And I'm actually now, after reading this book by A.R. Torre. I'm going to say A.R. Torre because that's what I think it is. I'm now on my 3rd book by this author because I loved this book so much. So it's about a serial killer called the Bloody Heart Killer, and he has been like taking 17-year-old popular boys and basically like torturing and then killing them. But maybe check trigger warnings, although it's fiction, but do check trigger warnings anyway. And we are following a lady who is a psychologist for people who want to kill people, and then a man who is a lawyer whose son has been murdered by the Bloody Heart Killer. And then the 3rd person that we're following is a Bloody Heart Killer victim who actually got away. And it's the story of these 3 people. And yeah, I don't want to spoil it, but I loved it. It's quite graphic. There's low level spice, but I hate spice personally, but I could handle the spice in this. It wasn't like over the top. There's not like a heavy romance plotline or anything, just a little bit of spice. I tend to skim over spice. I'm just not interested. I don't know why, but I'm just not. I just have no interest in spice in my thriller books. But it wasn't too much. It wasn't so much that I wanted to put it down. And like I said, I'm now on the 3rd book by this author, which I'll tell you all about in my reading wrap up next month. And then the final one that I adored, I gave this one 4 stars, I think. It was The Nestings. I think I might have already spoken about this in a video with you because I think I read it right on the cusp of a month. Anyway, I'll just talk about it quickly in case I've already been on about it. So The Nestings by C.J. Cook. I've also read The Lighthouse Witches by this author. This is kind of a twisty tale of Nordic noir, Nordic folklore, and kind of like a story about grief and fear. It's really well done. I really loved it, but it's very folklore heavy. So it feels like a classic ghost story at first, like an isolation ghost story. It's very atmospheric. I absolutely loved it, but it does lean quite heavily into Nordic folklore, which I enjoyed, but if folklore isn't your thing, then this might not be the one for you. They are the 3 books that I loved last month. The last one I think I might have spoken to you about already, but maybe I spoke about it on TikTok. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to call this video here because it's 11:26 and I've got to leave the house in 20 minutes. And I've got to do the intro to my next video. So if you've enjoyed this video, please remember to like and subscribe. hitting that like button, hitting that subscribe button goes a long way while I'm trying to build my channel. So if you can find it in your heart to give me a little subscribe, that would be lovely. The link to my TikTok is underneath in the description, as ever, if you want to keep up with me on a more day-to-day basis. And beyond that, I will see you next week. See you later.